Welcome to the Best Things Podcast. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials at Best Things Pod as well. Now, here are your hosts, Craig and Aaron.
Hello, Internet. Welcome in to the Best Things Podcast. I'm your host, Craig. Sitting next to me, as always, the other host, Aaron Brooks. What up, Aaron?
Hey.
How are we feeling today? Scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so room for improvement.
Yeah.
If there was one thing you could have right now that would jump you from 8.5 to a 9, what would it be?
Doritos.
I was about to say, it's an obvious setup if you'll get there. We're talking about potato chips or corn chips today. So if you're listening to this, thank you for listening.
Yep.
If you're watching this,
Hey.
thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you. I got to tell you, I have a small concern.
A concern?
Yeah. I think things today could get a little chippy on the podcast.
I can't tell if that's a serious, we're going to have some hot takes, or if that was just the opportunity for the pun.
You know.
I think maybe a little bit of both.
It could be a little bit of both.
I think it leaned more pun, though, than anything. This came from Barstool, where they ranked the best chips of all time. And I remember texting you a picture of that and saying, this sounds like an episode, because I don't know that I totally agree.
I don't know if I would agree with any of these 5. I know I don't agree with the order.
For the audio listeners, let me go through the list. Number 5 was Zapp's Voodoo. Number 4, Miss Vicky's Sea Salt and Vinegar. Number 3, Lay's Barbecue. The black bag. Is there a different bag out there somewhere?
Yes.
Is there a difference in taste?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 was Cool Ranch Doritos, and number 1 was Ruffles Sour Cream and Onion. I don't know that I would put... Maybe 1 or 2 of those might make my top 5. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking that 2 is all I can see that I might consider making my top 5 list. I think we should clarify as well for our friends across the pond.
Yeah,
we are talking about
right.
A crunchy snack that you guys call crisps.
Crisps, yeah.
Chips are
which, is that just a British thing, or is it European?
Fries. You know, I wasn't prepared for that question. I did a little bit of research today for this, but I didn't do that much prep for it. So
yeah, I would be very curious. But yeah, in America, we love our chips. That is like it's the official side dish for a homemade sandwich, isn't it? Bag of chips?
Yeah.
If you're making a sandwich from scratch.
Wait, if you're going on a picnic,
go to a sub shop.
They got the whole row of them right there.
Yeah, bag of chips, whatever way you want.
If you're doing a backyard cookout, a lot of times you'll see bags of chips.
Mm-hmm. And all different varieties, too.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think we decided we're going to split up the conversation into corn and potato. Is that right? Or we just want to mix them all in there as we go?
I think we should just mix them. It sounded really good at first, but...
Like a variety bag that you would get?
I think we need to do the variety thing, yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about it then. Here are all the things.
Before we figure out which one's the best thing, we have to talk about all the things. It's time for the thing about the things.
So we've already kind of talked about it a little bit. Like, chips are the official side dish of sandwiches, hot dogs,
dips.
Yeah, any munchable classic lunch. Well, I guess it's on topic, but just a question. Are you dipping any other chip other than a tortilla chip into a salsa or cheese dip?
Uh-huh.
Really? What are you doing?
Typically whatever we got. Potato chips.
So you're just going to, whatever you got, you're just going to
Doritos. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I had some.
What's the
I had
most oddball combination?
boy, I don't know. I had cheddar and sour cream ruffles the other night with salsa. We were out of tortilla chips.
Good or serviceable?
I mean, I'd do it again if I didn't have tortilla chips.
Okay.
Didn't bother me.
I never think about dipping a chip unless it's a plain Lay's or plain Frito or tortilla chip. I don't ever think like I would.
Salt and vinegar and cheese dip.
Really?
I've done it.
Notice he's not saying if it's good or not. He's saying I've done it.
Hey, I ain't too good to dip it.
You
in
also
there.
like pickles and whipped cream, and that's
Boy, that's a great snack.
no, it's not. It's the worst.
You know what? Hang on.
It's so bad.
Lay's. I know you're listening.
No, don't.
You guys do all sorts of flavors. Since Cisco
like
here has already brought up the fact that we should have
Cisco. I regret
give us
everything.
give us a pickle and whipped cream chip.
No, the world
It's not
does
difficult.
not need that.
No, they've done all sorts of other flavors. Why not do that and experiment? Because this could be really good. Hear me out. What are pickles? They're sour.
Yeah.
What is whipped cream? It's sweet. You're the guy who likes to dip French fried potatoes into ice cream.
Yeah, I'm the weirdo.
So don't come at me and act like, oh man, your pickles and whipped cream's all crazy.
No, listen. Now I will say, I hate that idea, but I will say I'm surprised. Lay's, they'll usually do a flavor contest or do some stuff like that. I'm surprised they haven't done a food sins series or some weird combinations like that and had people vote on it. I remember they did a cappuccino flavored chips not too long ago. So I don't think if anybody was going to do it, it would be them. But please, Lay's, don't do it. Because people are going to throw up. Trust me, from experience.
DM us. Okay.
DM him.
We would like to do a collab on this.
You can mention our podcast. That'd be awesome. But it's his idea, not mine.
We'll snack them up on the show.
We're going to start being like Nick Saban, have sponsors, just
Never touch it.
place on the videos.
Do you know what the most popular chip in the state of Arkansas is?
Oh, in Arkansas. Is this one of your trivia questions? Are we going right into trivia?
I was just going to throw out a few.
I'm going to guess nacho cheese Doritos.
That's correct.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Please make this the trivia for today.
How about the state of Florida?
I'm going to go Miss Vicky's jalapeno
No.
barbecue.
No. It was nacho cheese Doritos as well.
Is this every state?
It happens to be 45 states.
Wow.
Cheetos is the only other popular.
That is really
California,
surprising.
Nevada, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas prefer Cheetos.
I'm surprised Texas is going Cheeto.
What do you think they would do?
I thought they would do barbecue. Like a barbecue lay. Or something like a Taki or Flamin' Hot Cheetos, maybe.
No, I thought this could be one of those cool things like we've done in others where, different states prefer different things. And I looked at it and was like, wow, that's
It's a very boring map.
45 Doritos and 5 Cheetos.
Wow.
But I think that points something very important out.
There is one king, one ring to rule them all.
Yep.
Well, let's get into it. Let's get into all the chips today. We mentioned Dorito. We might as well stick with Doritos for a little bit. What is nacho cheese your favorite flavor Dorito?
Okay. Doritos has gotten bad recently.
Wow, really?
Yeah. They taste like great value Doritos.
Oh, wow.
Something, I don't know, since COVID.
Maybe it's your taste. Maybe you can't taste it anymore.
No, I have not had COVID.
Really? At all?
I have officially not had it.
Man, you've avoided it? Avoided it for 2 years?
I have avoided it. I had some COVID.
This is our second episode of the day. We're getting silly.
I had some COVID-like symptoms while the rest of the people in our house tested positive, I continue to test negative. So that's why I say officially, I have not had it.
Wow. Well,
2 years strong. Come at me.
don't you put that on yourself. you just dared COVID.
There's a chip on my shoulder. Where was I going with this?
You were saying Doritos are trash,
COVID.
basically.
Yes, before COVID, Doritos were really cheesy. They were awesome. They were the best chip. Since COVID, they're very corny.
Well, they're corn chips.
They should be corn chips that don't taste like corn chips. They taste like nacho cheese powder, and these don't.
I would bet.
Have you not realized this?
I mean, I guess I haven't noticed it. I don't.
Like, it would leave residue
I mean, that's true.
all over your fingers.
Okay,
The residue's a lot lighter.
It is less residue.
The cheesiness is much less. I complain about it every time, so I switched to spicy nacho Doritos this time.
See, that was going to be my point. I say that is the best Dorito. It's not nacho cheese, it's spicy nacho. And I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older, and as I've gotten older, tastes change, and I lean more toward needing more.
Well, older people have issues tasting things. Your taste buds die.
I mean, spicy nacho is, to me,
It's really good.
is so good. It's got that. It's not a lot of heat, so it's not like some of the other more intense flavors that they do have. But it's got just enough on the back end of that to add, and it's another layer of flavor onto a Dorito. If ever given the chance, always spicy nacho over nacho.
What about Cooler Ranch?
Okay,
I feel like that was one of the very popular flavors.
I'm gonna come at. I don't know.
It's a hot take.
This is a hot take, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not. I don't know where we're wading into. Cool Ranch Doritos is not good. It is not a good chip. It is overrated. If I never had another Cool Ranch Dorito in my life, I would be happy.
Why?
I don't know. It's number one. It's not ranch.
Okay, nothing that is ranch flavored tastes like ranch, though. Ranch flavored is a whole separate flavor unto itself.
Yeah, I'm just not. I don't know.
No, it is. It is.
I haven't had it in a while. Granted, but
I
just don't like them.
The buttermilk powder, I love that stuff on there. And I would say Cool Ranch Doritos. Are they Cool Ranch or are they Cooler Ranch?
I think
At one time,
I think they came out with a Cooler Ranch to be creative, but I think it's just Cool Ranch.
The Cool Ranch Dorito, sometimes you'll pull one out, and it is like so covered.
Yeah.
It's like the money chip in the bag.
Yeah. I mean, I remember liking Cool Ranch as a kid, but I cannot tell you a time. And honestly, I don't remember doing this as a kid. I think it was just they were new. I can't tell you a time I've ever had a Cool Ranch Dorito and go, oh, that was so good. I want another. It's always, I never hardly ever, even the small little to-go bags that you get, I never finish them because I just like, this is just, it's a waste of calories.
Yeah, I think you are wrong on that one. I think that would be a very unpopular opinion.
I know it's unpopular. There are some people out there that live and die and swear by them. And I know I'm probably in a minority.
While we're talking about Doritos, my wife's one of these people, and I think this is weird. Okay, you want to talk about me eating pickles and whipped cream? She has this thing where she likes to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and either have Doritos with it or Cheetos with it.
Yeah.
That's inappropriate.
No. If I'm doing for the longest time, my go-to for a PB&J,
don't you dare,
grape jelly, by the way, peanut butter and jelly with Cheetos and a glass of milk or a Dr. Pepper. That is the epitome of a great PB&J lunch.
PB&J and milk is good, but you shouldn't eat Cheetos with it.
What are you eating with it then? What's your chip of choice?
You don't eat chips with a PB&J.
Oh, come on.
You can't.
Well, yes, you can. Obviously, you can.
You don't eat a sweet sandwich with cheesy nacho chips.
There's just something about it, man. It's delicious. I'm Team Erica on this one.
That's a bad thing to do.
You're going to disparage the mother of your unborn child that way? She's right. You just have to admit she's right forever. Erica, if you're listening, you're welcome. Or if you're watching. See how we did that? Oh, winking gun to the camera.
Have you tried any of the weird Dorito flavors?
Define weird.
I don't know. I'm trying to find them.
I've had the ones that have like the hint of lime in them, like they're trying to copy Flamin' Hot, so it's got some spice. I think they teamed up with Takis at one point.
Yes.
They're fine. I think you're right. I think the original nacho cheese used to be goat, but something's changed or we've changed. Spicy nacho is the best. Some of the super hot ones I don't really care for. Cool Ranch, garbage.
They have a Flamin' Hot Buffalo. No, they have a Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch.
That doesn't make sense to me.
How can it be?
How can it? They're just adding.
They have brought the 3D Doritos back. Do you remember those?
Love the 3D.
What was that, back in the 90s when they had the 3Ds?
Love the 3D Doritos.
I saw those at the Walmart the other day.
The Walmart.
And was like, yo, Erica, we got to get some of the 3D Doritos.
Yeah, love the 3D Doritos.
Flamin' Hot Lyman, Flamin' Hot Nacho.
I'm trying to think of other. The Flamin' Hot's just taken over the world.
Everything doesn't need to be Flamin' Hot.
It's too much.
Like Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew.
It's too much. We don't need it anymore.
There was the Jacked Doritos a couple of years ago.
I don't remember those.
They had there's a buffalo chicken one, I promise you, that I remember.
I like the taco flavor. The taco flavor is solid.
Isn't that just regular Doritos?
It's got a little cumin or something in there too. So that one is pretty solid. I like
Blazing Buffalo and Ranch. I really like that one.
Really? I haven't had that.
I don't think that they have it anymore. Spicy sweet chili.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's okay. It feels like it's trying too hard.
Tapatio. I remember seeing that one.
Ooh, Tapatio. I haven't had that.
Salsa Verde.
I haven't had that one either.
But as of right now, I think Dorito, and if you're out there and you've noticed this,
we're talking directly to chip companies.
We rarely address anybody, but today we're talking. I have a list of demands for the chip companies.
This is what happens when we get on video. We feel like we can just talk directly to them.
This is what's been missing the whole time. Look into my eyes. I am the captain now.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Flamin' Hot, let's talk about Cheetos. That was the next great chip in our country.
Yep.
Are you team Puffy or team Original?
Crunchy.
Crunchy. Yeah.
Yep.
Me too.
Erica's team Puffy.
Really?
I don't dislike them, but I don't know. They get stuck in your teeth real bad.
They do. Although I don't think I have hardly ever eaten a Puffy Cheeto teeth first. I always push it with my tongue up against,
so do I.
Up against the roof of my mouth. I thought I was the only one.
No, I do that, or I suck them until they just kind of disintegrate into a.
It's funny because I do that too,
goob.
but I would have never admitted it first. Because it sounds so disgusting to say out loud.
I'm sure we're not the only ones.
No, I know we're not the only ones. I'm sure, but yeah, I'm team Crunchy. Flamin' Hot is good. I think it had its moment.
Yeah.
I think that moment has passed for me.
I like to do probably a 70-30 mix.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Of original with 30% Flamin' Hot mixed in.
Do they sell them that way?
No.
They don't sell them mixed?
Not that I know of. But I kind of do it myself.
The best, or one of the best Cheetos is the jalapeno ranch, I think.
Jalapeno cheddar.
Jalapeno cheddar. Those are dangerously good, which used to be Cheetos' motto.
I was going to say, isn't it like dangerously cheesy?
Oh, yeah. Dangerously cheesy. That's it.
Listen, Cheetos. I want to address you now. I feel like I have missed a calling to be a in the chip industry.
You're a chip whisperer. Chester Cheetah, if you're listening.
Yeah, Chester. Come on, bro. I think a 70-30 mix of the Flamin' Hot in one bag would be good.
You know, I've seen, going back to Doritos for a second. Listen, Doritos. I just saw they came out with Doritos Roulette. So apparently in this bag of Doritos, some are really spicy and some are not. So it kind of just depends on what you get out of there. But going back to Cheetos again, have you ever had the Skull and Bones Cheetos that they put out around Halloween time?
No.
It's like Cheetos in the shapes like of skulls and crossbones. I think it's just the extra shape is skulls, and then the bones are supposed to be normal Cheetos. Those are good. The little shape in there adds a little something. It's almost like a 3D Dorito in a way that it adds a little extra dimension, a little extra something.
Okay. Have you ever had the Cheeto Paws?
Yeah.
I like
same
those.
thing, yeah.
I like that. And they also do those in like a cinnamon sugar.
Oh, really?
Yes. So they're sort of like the cinnamon twist that you get at Taco Bell.
Oh.
Those are really nice.
I know our friends over at Mythical Kitchen at one point did freezing cold Cheetos. And I think those became a reality.
Did they?
I think I've seen, now maybe it's just that floating around the internet, but I feel like I saw somebody else on the internet trying them.
So there is the possibility that we could affect change in the headquarters of these chip companies.
Sure. Cheetos, make a hot and cold bag.
What were the cold ones again?
I think it was like...
They were mint?
Yeah, I think it was like mentholy and...
See, that doesn't sound good.
Not even...
Like toothpaste.
Where are you with Takis? You a Taki fan?
I think I've only had Takis one time.
Really?
And I always mean to try them again and forget to.
Takis is... when they first came out, I remember them being known for being spicy. Like, they even... I think they still do. They have heat levels on the bag. Like a little meter showing you how hot it is.
Really?
They're good. I like the form factor. They're rolled, so you have way more crunch. I'm pretty sure it's corn chips that are just rolled up. But they're solid.
Sun chips. When I was a kid, and a couple of years ago, I thought...
It was more than a couple of years ago, my friend.
I always felt like I was being really healthy if I ate Sun chips, because it has been marketed as a healthy choice.
It's not.
And they are really great chips, right?
No. I can't stand Sun chips.
What?
I really wondered if this was going to be a hot take episode. It turns out it is, which is kind of nice.
What?
I can't stand Sun chips. I don't think I've ever had a good Sun chip.
How?
Even when I was a kid, I've never had a good Sun chip.
Why?
I just don't like them. I don't know. I can't tell you why. I love the waviness of it.
I was going to say, the texture, waviness, I like that.
I like the texture. I've just never liked the flavors. Yeah,
you don't like the flavor.
Never liked the flavor.
Okay, have you tried something besides original? Because here's the
I
thing.
honestly don't know if I've had original. Looking at that package, I don't know what I've had.
Original has a bit of sweetness to it.
Really? I remember an orange package.
So there's Harvest Cheddar in orange, and there's Garden Salsa in red. Garden Salsa's got a little bit of spice to it.
Really?
It's a little spicy.
Maybe I need to revisit it. I think it's been a long time because I remember having them in the last decade, but it's been a while.
They're 100% whole grain. They're considered heart healthy. A French onion, there's another flavor of theirs.
So are they healthy or not? Because I would assume they're not. They're deep fried, right? They're not baked.
They're semi-healthy, according. And I'm on eat this, not that.
Oh, okay.
So
we know their reputation,
and it says look at right there on the bag, heart healthy, 100% whole grain.
Well, Cheerios are also heart healthy, but you add a bunch of sugar and that quickly changes. How about another brand? Let's go with the behemoth that is Lay's.
Ooh, okay.
We talk about you had a whole tab set up for Lay's.
I did.
I'm ready to hear what you have to say about Lay's.
Well, I think that they probably play with their chips more than anybody else.
That has a weird sound to it.
They experiment.
Yeah, and that's true. They do.
They are the Taco Bell of the chip industry.
I would say they're more the Burger King of the chip industry.
You think Burger King
seems to explore more than Taco Bell.
You think?
Taco Bell will take the same ingredients and mix them up differently. Burger King's coming out with all kinds of crazy stuff.
Okay. How many chip flavors do you think Lay's has?
Of all time or currently available?
I have to find the answer first.
Because I think there's a lot that they've made and discontinued or were only available for a limited time. So you factor those in.
Created to date.
Created to date.
Yep.
I'm going to say, for some reason, the number 57 is popping in my head. I'm going to say 57.
Like Heinz 57.
Maybe that's why it's in my head.
Lay's cappuccino looks nasty.
I've had Lay's cappuccino.
Really?
Yeah. It is not good. It's weird.
Scale of 1 to 10?
2.
Ooh.
Maybe a 3.
So they have more than 200 flavors created to date.
That is... Wow.
They get their potatoes from 25 different states.
Wow, really?
Yes. From Wisconsin, Maine, North Dakota, Texas.
I wonder if they're making, like, if they have regional plants that are making them and they just use potatoes from that area, or if they're shipping potatoes to one place. Surely they have more than one plant.
Their head flavor researcher for years has owned and worked at a variety of different styles of restaurants as a chef. And he's now the flavor researcher for Lay's.
Really? Best flavor of Lay's, I don't think it's original. Although original is solid with the sandwich and in a sandwich. Are you a guy who puts chips in a sandwich or burger?
Yeah.
You can't be an original in a sandwich, in my opinion.
I don't disagree with that. But and there's some other things I want to say about Lay's.
Okay.
But I'm going to take sort of a little caveat here and say that I think Ruffles is better than Lay's.
Really?
I will go to the Ruffles over the Lay's.
What about a wavy Lay's?
I think those are trash.
I would agree with you. They're not as good as Ruffles.
I would eat regular Lay's every time over the wavy ones.
Yeah.
And you asked earlier about, because it said something about barbecue in the black bag.
Yeah.
They have sweet heat Southern barbecue in like a maroon bag. They have barbecue in a wavy chip that tastes different than the regular barbecue.
Would you disagree with this statement that the top 3 Lay's flavors, in no particular order, just the top 3,
Yep.
salt and vinegar, barbecue, sour cream and onion? Is there any other Lay's flavor that would crack the top 3 other than those?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I would choose cheddar and sour cream.
But see, I'm always I'm going to get that in a Ruffle.
Well, I agree, but I've already said I think Ruffles are better. So, Ruffle plain versus Lay's plain, I'm going Ruffle. Sour cream and onion versus sour cream and onion, I'm going Ruffle. Cheddar and sour cream, I'm going Ruffle. So if I'm just laying out just Lay's only, I'm going to take the cheddar and sour cream over the sour cream and onion.
Really? See, I'm probably going to lean sour cream and onion over cheddar and sour cream with the Lay's.
And barbecue might be number 1 for me.
Yeah, I mean, Lay's barbecue is it's really good. They do a great job of the flavor of original barbecue. They do have honey barbecue. You mentioned sweet Southern heat, which is pretty good. Sweet Southern heat's pretty good too. But the original barbecue is way better.
The sweet Southern heat brings that extra little spice to it.
But unlike the Dorito, it doesn't have to have it. Like I feel like the Dorito needs it now.
Yeah.
Something's changed and it has to have it.
Do you have a list of their flavors over there?
That's what I'm looking.
Okay,
I'm going through here.
Because I want to say that I would say barbecue, salt and vinegar, and cheddar and sour cream are probably my top 3.
This has them ranked. This is an article from the Thrillist. I don't know if they're ranking them. I assume they are because they're numbered. They have the original as number 1. I would disagree with that.
But I just want to take original out. Let's just...
Cheddar and sour cream is number 2 here. Wavy original.
Nope.
Wavy sea salt and pepper. I guess they're including all the different brands, but if you're going just original Lay's versions, lightly salted original. I'd be interested in that. I don't know.
When we buy Lay's plain, we buy the lightly salted.
Really?
Yeah.
Simply barbecue.
I don't know what that is.
It looks like it's less barbecue flavor on their chip. Original honey barbecue comes in over original barbecue.
Oh, they do the kettle cooked stuff too.
They do.
I like a kettle.
They have kettle cooked. Okay, let's talk about kettle for a second. Kettle cooked chips are my favorite chips.
Oh yeah.
If I ever have an option, I'm getting kettle cooked.
Do you have a favorite brand?
Kettle brand's really good. But honestly, I don't. Miss Vicky's is also very good.
That's what I like to go to.
It's really just whatever is available and whatever flavor I'm feeling. I probably will lean toward Miss Vicky's.
I like a chip that has the ability to tear the top of the roof of your mouth off.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And what flavor do you go for?
It's just simple salt or simple salt and pepper. I love the salt and pepper.
Are you a salt and vinegar?
I love sea salt and vinegar.
What have you ever had the jalapeno Miss Vicky's?
I love Miss Vicky's jalapeno. Anytime I go to a sandwich shop, that's what I usually get. Tropical smoothie will have that too. Subways and firehouses and places like that. Kettle cooked chips all day, every day. I will get those. Those are just, and putting that in a sandwich, dude, it's over. Love it.
Okay, we kind of mentioned Ruffles a second ago. I don't think there's a whole lot that I need to say more. As I've already said, I like them better than Lay's. You?
I don't know that I fully like them better than Lay's. To me, they're about the same. It really just kind of depends on what I'm wanting. They have more, they're more textural, but man, a foldy of a Lay's will give you that. I mean, they're lighter and crispier. So it's really kind of just a depending on what I want the day. Their sour cream and cheddar is way better in Ruffles. Like, it's not even a close contest.
I think that what we need to do, because we like to do this from time to time where we do blind taste tests.
Yeah.
I want to do a blind taste test on the chips.
Yeah.
Ruffles versus Lay's.
Well, they would have to be wavy Lay's, though. Because you're going to know immediately what they are based on the texture.
That might be true, but I still think that you might learn something being blindfolded, not knowing what's about to pop in your mouth.
What if we, I've done this from time to time with students, we blend them up. That way you can't tell, but you get the flavor.
That sounds terrible.
That's the only way you could be able to put Ruffles and Lay's head to head without going wavy.
Pringles.
Pringles.
Are they chips?
I don't think they're chips. Well, they're chips. I don't know if they're potato chips or corn chips. They're a creation. They're
a Frankenstein.
They're a snack.
Yeah.
They are a crisp. Yeah. I mean, that's what I would call a crisp.
I loved Pringles when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The thing I said about Doritos, how they kind of lost some of their flavor.
Yeah.
Pringles has lost all their flavor.
Yeah, I don't lean toward Pringles anymore.
I used to really like the Pringles salt and vinegar. They were sharp and tangy. I had some a few weeks ago, and I had to eat several of them and keep looking at the container because I thought I just had plain. I gave 3 other people one. They were like, no, those are just plain.
Yeah.
And every now and then I would get just a hint of it. And then last week, somebody had some of those pizza ones.
Yeah.
And I remember being a kid thinking that the pizza Pringles were so cool. I tried one last week. No flavor at all.
I definitely think they have And maybe they're the same, and maybe our tastes have just changed. But now there's a caveat to this. I will still go through a whole can of Pringles if one's given to me, or if they're there at a party or something like that. If there's not another chip around or something, I will still eat them. Okay, but if I have the choice of, hey, go pick out whatever chip you want, it's going to be low on the list of chips I get.
Pringles would only be slightly ahead of Bugles.
Oh, hold up. I love Bugles.
They are probably the worst chip.
Why?
They're nasty.
No, they're not. They're delicious.
They have a strange taste.
I don't know about that. I don't taste it.
I do. They've got this sweet, strange flavor. It's not good.
They're very salty. That's what I get out of them.
They are salty.
Now it's been a while since I'm realizing as I'm looking through this, I don't eat chips a lot anymore. Unfortunately, like I find myself, I guess, through diets and things like that, I just don't eat a lot of chips. But man, there's something special about putting. Now I will say this: I can't tell you the last time I had a flavored Bugle. It's usually just the original.
Yep.
And you got to put them on your hand.
Well, if you don't put them on your hands, you're not eating them right. That's the only thing I can say good about Bugles is that you can have more fun with them.
It's
than
like a 3D Dorito type tech. I mean, it's got some depth to it. No, the flavor of a 3D Dorito is way better. They're thinner, but I'm just saying it's got an extra dimension, literally, to the texture. What else we got before we move on?
Well, there's Fritos.
Oh gosh, yeah, we got to talk about Fritos. I love Fritos.
Plain?
I'll eat them plain, yeah.
So will I.
The chili cheese, excellent. The twists,
ooh, I like the twist.
Next level.
The honey barbecue twist.
Yes, those are special. I don't know why they don't do more with those.
Yeah,
add more flavors of that. You never see Fritos marketed. Do you realize that? When was the last time you saw a commercial for Fritos?
I don't know.
You see Lay's, you see Pringles, you see Doritos.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time I saw a Fritos ad.
Scoops? You ever do the Frito scoops?
Oh, yeah. Great with chili. We're always putting scoops in our chili.
Okay, somebody told me the other day, this is... I need to know if we're weird here in the South. But...
Probably.
A Yankee friend... We recently invited him over and said we were having Frito pies. He's like, oh, I've never had a Frito pie before. And we ate, and he's like, that's not a pie.
That's true. It's not a pie.
He's like, this is one of the weirdest things I've heard of. I'm like, you don't eat these in Chicagoland? He's like, no, we don't eat these.
I mean, he's right. It's not a pie. There's nothing pie-like about it. But, I mean, it's just chili on top of Fritos with some cheese and good stuff on it. But, no, I mean, he's right. It's not a pie.
Funyuns.
Top 5 chip for me. I love a Funyun.
I do too, but then I eat them, and I find it, like you said, you find it hard to get through a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. I like Funyuns, but they almost seem overwhelming by the time you try to get through one of those small bags.
Really?
To me, it's just like a few bites of it is all you need until it just becomes like a job. Like, I wish I was getting paid to eat the rest of this bag of Funyuns.
I've never felt that with Funyuns. Now, I will say...
is it better than a sour cream and onion chip?
That's a sound I've never made before. No, I would say tied. I don't know that I could pick one over the other for me.
1 to 10.
We'll do that in the bracket. How about that?
Oh, you think it's going to make it there?
Yeah, I know it's going to make it there.
You said top 5, and we only get 4, so... If it's number 5 on the list,
well, I'm anticipating you probably taking one of my top 4.
Okay,
so
all right.
It'll move up. But we've talked about how Flamin' Hot is in everything. Flamin' Hot Funyuns are really good.
Never heard of them.
They are really, 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 really good.
Are they still onion, or are they? What are they?
Well, now Funyuns are not onion. They're cornstarch, right? Or
Cornmeal.
Cornmeal.
No, but the flavor of it.
The flavor. So it's got that onion flavor in it, and then they add the Flamin' Hot in with it.
I don't know.
And I don't know, it does something really nice. Plus, it's light and airy. You know, Cheeto can be kind of dense sometimes. This is more puffed, so it's much more airy. They're really good. I really like them.
The average American eats how many pounds of chips
Is this my trivia question?
in a year?
How many pounds of chips? I'm gonna say
Over or under 12?
under.
And they eat how many?
I'm gonna say.
Are you sure?
I am sure. I'm gonna say 6.3.
Think about how easy it is just to kind of snack through a bag of chips that weighs.
I am, but they're way lighter than a pound, though. Like a bag of chips is
No,
not.
you're looking at an 8, 12, 14-ounce bag of chips, depending on what you're buying.
Yeah, I'm still gonna keep where I'm at, 6.3.
Okay. Well, you are too high. Americans only eat 4 pounds of chips, which to me sounds really low.
I was gonna say like 3-ish to 4.
I thought it would be much higher. I thought it would be well over 10 pounds.
I knew you were trying to get me. I knew you were trying to get me to go over. I knew there was no way it was over 12. And so I came up a little bit. You got me a little bit on that one. But not as much as you wanted to get me.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I could eat 4 pounds of chips in one setting.
No.
Let's do a podcast. Let's eat 4 pounds of chips in one setting.
No, you would. There's no way.
Maybe I need to see how many bags of chips 4 pounds is.
Yeah, that's, you're talking, that's a lot of chips. A lot of weight.
Doesn't sound like that. I mean, the bags are mostly air.
Yeah.
Like half the bag of them,
Yeah.
like Lay's, they've started shrinking how many chips you get in the bag.
Right.
And they're like more air now.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
So I think that's more chips than you think it is. Anything else to cover before we hit the worst?
Nope. Well, I mean, we didn't mention tortilla chips.
Oh, that's right. Tortilla chips.
I like a tortilla chip. I like the hint of lime.
Most tortilla chips are kind of the same.
Although
there are some better ones.
You guys have been getting this
Yeah.
Hatch green chili tortilla chip.
They're kettle cooked tortilla chips.
Okay, I was going to say, because there's something different about the texture of them.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
They're kettle cooked, so they're got a little bit more heft. They're great for dipping because they hold up. Favorite tortilla chip brand?
Tostitos.
Really, On the Border is really good. I usually lean on the Border.
I like the on the border thin and crispy.
Yeah. Well, and that's true. That's a preference thing. Like some people like the thin and crispy. Some people like the thicker.
Mm-hmm. And I think it depends on what you're doing with it. If you're loading up guacamole onto a chip,
Yeah.
thin and crispy is going to leave you, with a bunch of crunchies in the bowl.
Right. Yeah.
I like a Tostitos scoop.
Scoops are great. I really like scoops also. Okay, let's move on now to the worst things.
Welcome to the best things.
No. These aren't the best things. These are the worst things.
Let's get scratching.
Okay, worst things. I'm going to come in hot. I think you're going to agree with me. We may have something similar in mind because neither one of us mentioned it in the first part of the show. Baked chips.
Yeah. There was a while that I was on that kick over a decade ago, and they taste like cardboard.
They're not good.
They're terrible.
I don't know anybody that prefers them, honestly. Like, you're getting them because you're trying to be a little healthier. You're trying to be health conscious. But honestly, a baked chip, especially if it's really if it's trying to imitate another chip.
Yes.
It's like an Impossible Burger or this plant-based meat. It's like turkey bacon. Oh gosh, don't get us started on turkey bacon. But it's trying to be something it's not. Like, just come out with a new something that's healthier instead of trying to replicate something else.
And I would put like veggie straws,
But see, veggie straws is different. Like that's not trying to copy a Cheeto.
but they're still bad.
I like a veggie straw.
Oh my gosh, they're nasty.
They're not nasty. I think they're good. I don't know what brand you've had.
Oh, I don't know. I was force fed them from the time I was like 8 years old when my parents were on this vegetarian kick, and we went to before it ever became Whole Foods. It was Beans, Grains, and things down in Little Rock, and I was told that those were good, and so were rice cakes. And you know what? They're not.
Rice cakes, no. That rice cakes have zero flavor, zero value to your mouth.
I'm going to say Pringles cinnamon and sugar potato
I didn't even know that was a thing.
crisps.
Wow.
Probably not from around here since they're called crisp, but that sounds weird.
We didn't mention ketchup chips. Have you ever had ketchup? That's huge in Canada.
No, they sound terrible.
I don't know. I don't know.
How about Pringles flame grilled steak?
Pringles will go anywhere they want.
Sloppy Joe.
They will go for it. They'll shoot their shot and see what sticks. Do you like dill pickle flavored chips?
I do.
I don't have a problem with those. They've been on a lot of worst lists that I've seen, but I don't have a problem with that.
I like them. Is it hers? There's another brand of
Hims?
No, that's a brand of something else that I see advertised on Facebook a lot. Prawn cocktail chips.
I see here Munchos. My mom used to love Munchos.
I forgot about Munchos.
I'm not a big fan of the texture of Munchos. They're very light and crispy, but they often leave a film in my mouth.
They remind me a lot of Golden Flake.
Yeah.
And I don't like Golden Flake.
Yeah.
Look at these. Oregon potato chips. Oh, never mind. Oregano potato chips. I was like, they did them in the Oregon theme color.
On the theme of the worst chips, Sun Chips. I'm just going to put that back out there.
No. Here's some. Lay's Rock Hot Chili Squid.
Ugh.
Now, this is on a worse list. It sounds kind of good to me. It's the Kettle brand Maple Bacon.
I don't know that I would want that in a chip.
You don't think so?
I don't know. That sounds too sweet. I'm not a fan of sweet chips. Like sweet chips.
Okay.
Just don't.
You like Bugles? And they got a sweet aftertaste.
I don't taste that. I think they're super salty. That's what I taste is super salty.
Lay's baked scallop with butter and garlic.
I don't know what this article I found put Doritos as the worst chip. I don't know what they're smoking.
Okay, I'm gonna put Doritos post COVID on the list. I want to circle back to that. It's a real thing, and I know I'm not alone in thinking this. I want to hear from other people that
we need to hear what you have to say. Do you agree? Have you noticed a change? Are Doritos different post COVID?
they're sourcing their chips somewhere else. The chips have a different texture. And because I compared them to Great Value in texture and in flavor, they were just a thicker, weird taste.
Well, we'd love to hear what you have to say about it. Where do you land on Doritos? And speaking of wanting your feedback, let's do this part.
We love hearing you talk about us. It's time for the best things about the best things. Want to hear your feedback on the show? Email us at feedback@bestthingspod.com, tweet at us at bestthingspod, or leave us a review.
Okay, this is the part of the show where we read off or show or listen to or whatever what you have to say to us. Usually we ask a question of the week. And so this week, though, Aaron, this is the thing. A couple of weeks ago on the pod, I was going to mention somebody on Twitter hit us up, and I could not find it at the time, and I made sure to save it and put it in a place where I could find it today. Shout out to @ppixelfun on Twitter. They sent us earlier this year, tweeted at us, "Hey, at Best Things Pod, here's a gift. Back to the Future only made, or our logo, the Best Things logo, only made with Back to the Future trailer frames. So from the movie, we're gonna, if you're watching on YouTube, we're gonna put it on the screen for you. Aaron, I think this is the first time he's ever seen it, but they took our logo and used Back to the Future. Took the trailer frame by frame and made it into our logo.
That is awesome.
That is really cool. It is very, very neat. And so shout out.
Thank you.
Shout out to P Pixel Fun for hooking us up with that. We greatly appreciate it. You got a question of the week for this week, Aaron? What's a question we can ask the people? They can hit us up on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, in the comments.
Ooh.
You can always email us also. Feedback at bestthingsPod.
Do people still email?
No. But we're going to put it out there anyway.
How about our postal address?
P.O. Box.
The cost of a stamp now.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Oh, question.
Question of the week.
Yeah.
Probably about chips.
Yeah, it's going to be about chips. Thinking.
Processing.
Trying to come up with something good.
So far getting nowhere. A dance for our people watching to kill the dead air.
We need thinking music.
Oh yeah, hold on. We got the thinking music.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we got
good. Okay.
Well, you never even asked me trivia questions for the bracket today.
Oh, okay. Here's your question.
Okay.
Where were Lay's potato chips first sold? City and state.
I was going to say gas station or supermarket. City and state. I'm going to guess Boise, Idaho.
No, but I like where you went with that.
Yeah.
On the potato wagon. Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Lay's and Fritos, they joined forces.
Yeah.
A few years
Frito-Lay.
after each of them went into business.
Yeah.
Who did Frito-Lay then merge with next?
PepsiCo.
Yes. You
Ding,
got
ding,
one.
ding.
Uh-huh.
1 and 1. Come on, I need this. I got duped last week.
When did Lay's begin selling their famous chips?
Ooh. This is a tricky one. I'm gonna guess pre-1900 maybe. I'm gonna say 1886.
You're wrong.
Okay.
1932.
Wow. Later than I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You
got one of them, though.
I did get one of them. I feel pretty good about getting one of them.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
No. Did you ever have a question? Did you ever come up with one? Or
No.
You're just gonna be boring. What's your favorite chip?
Do you have an interesting chip related question?
I don't. I'll tell you what. I've got one.
Okay.
If you could create, Aaron earlier mentioned pickles and
Yes.
whipped cream. If you could create your own unique flavor of chip,
I like
what
that.
would it be?
Yep.
If you could, any flavor into a chip, what
Pickles
would
and
it be?
whipped cream.
No, not pickles and whipped cream. Please no.
I feel like there's probably a large segment of the population out there that would be on board with that.
I disagree. Okay. Well, on that note, let's do this thing.
If you want to be the best, you have to beat the rest. It's time for the best thing bracket.
All right, Aaron. Let's see. This one was your pick, so that means I get first crack at this. And my number one pick is going to be spicy nacho cheese Doritos.
I'm going with crunchy Cheetos.
Crunchy Cheetos. Good pick. I'm going to go. Oh, man. This is tougher. I'm going to go. Is it the honey barbecue twists?
In the Fritos?
In the Fritos.
Yeah, I think that's what they are.
Honey barbecue Frito twists. Number 2 for you is going to be
Salt and vinegar.
just generic salt. Any chip?
Yeah, I mean, it could be kettle cooked. It could be regular.
Okay. Man, that was going to be my next one. I'm going to go. I'm just going to do kettle cook chips. Can I do that? Is that generic enough for you? Kettle chips. You're number 3.
Ruffles, cheddar, and sour cream.
Okay, I knew that would make the bracket. And then my 4 is going to be Funyuns. Fun onions. Your last one, sir. It's hard because I feel like we're going to leave off some good chips.
I think so, too. What did you choose first?
Spicy nacho. Doritos. Spicy nacho Doritos are delicious in my belly. It tastes good to me.
How about sun chips?
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
gosh.
I feel like they should be there,
No, they shouldn't.
but I know that they wouldn't go anywhere, so I can't take them. Okay, let's go with. Did you know Ruffles did a mozzarella and marinara?
No.
Neither did I.
That sounds like it could be good, though.
And a jalapeno ranch.
I think I've had the jalapeno ranch.
I've never seen those. Give me barbecue Lays.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they need to be on the list.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, first matchup. Spicy nacho Doritos versus barbecue Lays.
That's a sucky matchup.
Oh, wait, we're doing we're giving a number system. I forgot.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna try the number system again. It worked really well for hot takes, and I thought it was a great way to take out the not the debate, but to take out the I don't know some of the dead air. Okay, so we're just gonna rank these each on a scale from 1 to 10.
just 1 to 10?
Let's just go 1 to 10.
Okay.
And we'll each give a ranking on 3, 2, 1, and the higher score wins. So 1 being sun chips are awful, and 1 being baked chips. How about that? 1 being
Veggie
terrible, no good, would rather eat celery. Number 10 being God's perfect creation in chip form. Okay. So starting out, spicy nacho Doritos in 3, 2, 1,
7.
8. Okay, so that gives it a 15. Barbecue Lays in 3, 2, 1, 5. Okay, so that gives it a 12. So spicy nacho Doritos moves on. I almost gave barbecue Lays a 6, but not quite there yet. Crunchy Cheetos versus Fun Onions is the next matchup. Crunchy Cheetos in 3, 2, 1, 7.
10.
Give him a straight up 10. God's perfect creation.
Yeah.
17. Okay, wow. Funyuns. I don't like where this is going. 3, 2, 1, 8.
6.
17, 12, 14. Crunchy Cheetos moves on. All right. Honey barbecue Frito with a twist. That sounds like a drink. With a twist. Frito twists in 3, 2, 1, 8. 16. Cheddar and sour cream Ruffles. 3, 2, 1,
9.
8. Oh, man. Okay. We did the system for a reason. Cheddar and sour cream move on. Salt and vinegar versus kettle chips. Now, this is hard because I like those two mashed together. Salt and vinegar kettle. Gentlemen's agreement? We just want to do that? Salt and vinegar kettle? Move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. Working together. Red states, blue states, cats and dogs. Okay. Spicy nacho Doritos versus cheddar and sour cream Ruffles.
Does the previous score remain?
No.
Okay.
New scores. Spicy nacho in 3, 2, 1.
7.5.
You had to throw in halves. My math is not that good. Okay. So that gives us a 15.5. Cheddar and sour cream, 3, 2, 1, 7.
8.
See, I didn't go half.
You didn't.
So that only gives it a 15. Spicy nacho Doritos moves on. We flip-flopped.
What was the score?
Well, the first round, you had 7.5 and I had 8. And the next round, you had 8, I had 7. So 15.5 versus 15.
It's close.
Close. Buzzer beater. Next up, Crunchy Cheetos versus Salt and Vinegar Kettle Chips. Crunchy Cheetos in 3, 2, 1.
10.
8. 18. I went up a point. Salt and Vinegar Kettle Chips. 3, 2, 1.
9.
7. Really?
Yeah.
That close.
I love them.
I do too. So that gives it a 17. No, you gave 9 and I gave a 7.
16.
Yeah, 16 versus 18. Crunchy Cheetos to the finals. Which brings us to spicy nacho versus, I mean, was there any doubt this is where we'd probably end up?
I mean, the states ain't wrong.
That's true.
Although we put spicy nacho in, and I think the others were regular nacho.
Just nacho cheese.
But
we've stated they're different.
Yeah.
It needs the spice now.
3 years ago, I would have said nacho cheese.
Okay. Spicy nacho Doritos.
I'm spicy.
3, 2.
Hang on. Which one are we ranking?
Spicy nacho.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. 8.
7.
Crunchy Cheetos. 3, 2, 1. 7. So 17 Cheetos wins. Cheetos wins it.
I really do feel like it's hard to improve on the Cheeto.
That's true. If they could figure out a way to make it not leave residue on your hands, that would put it at a 10 for me.
I like the texture of them.
Yeah.
I like sometimes you get the fat boy ones. Sometimes you get the little.
Yeah.
I just
The
really like
little baby ones are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like tiny stuff for some reason is good to me. I don't know why.
Once back in the day, I ate Cheetos on a tuna sandwich at Subway. Do you remember this?
I do remember this.
Garrett and I ate Subway for like a month straight.
Y'all were insatiable about Subway. Like it was too much.
You quit going with us after a while.
I was on board. I was team. Hey, I like Subway. This is great. And I don't think I lasted a week. And I was out.
I feel maybe I'm exaggerating when I would say it was like a month of work days.
I believe it.
But it had to be close to that.
It was, man.
And I would get
we're all in.
a tuna sandwich with pickles, cheddar cheese, ranch dressing, and a bag of Cheetos, and I put my Cheetos on the tuna sandwich. And it was a great combination.
Would you do it today?
I haven't had one of those sandwiches since then. That was probably 2008.
How long do you think you would make it now eating Subway every day?
I mean, I would want to say less than a week.
I believe it. I don't know that you would go 3 days in a row.
Yeah, I think I could do 2 days, no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, if the stipulation is I have to order the same sandwich every day, just like I did then, I think I could do 2 days in a row, but after that, I don't know if I'd want to do it again.
I don't think you would either. Okay, let's finish it out.
It may be the best thing today, but is it the best thing of all time? It's time for the best thing battle.
All right. We've got Crunchy Cheetos versus the 3-time reigning MVP Washington, D.C. And I get to pick this week because I won the trivia. And
not so fast, my friend.
Come on, you're not going to give it to me after last week? You taking it and taking the rug out from under me? Tell you, I didn't forget this week. Okay, Aaron, you get to choose this one. I was going to go Washington, D.C. anyway last week, or I'd fight you harder on it this week. But you won fair and square. Crunchy Cheetos or Washington, D.C. Which one moves on?
I got to move D.C. ahead again.
Wow, four-time MVP. Was it close?
No.
Really?
No. Like, I could live without Cheetos.
I could live without DC.
The history of DC, though, is just too, I wouldn't trade all of that for a bag of Cheetos.
Yeah, but you could always move the stuff that is important in DC somewhere else. So if DC,
you going to move the Washington Monument?
That's historical, but like I'm talking, you could move government somewhere else and still have government.
Well, yes, but I'm talking about the history of the city and the landmarks and everything that's there.
Okay. I agree, but I think
we've moved the capital before.
For me, it's closer though, because Cheetos are really good.
They are.
Am I really sitting here trying to defend Cheetos over DC?
Like George Washington's offended.
I'm just trying to create
now.
some drama here with this thing. It's a 4-time. If it wins next week, it's over. Like it's retired.
It's going on the shelf.
Yeah, which we have a literal shelf over here. You can't. I'm just kidding. We don't really have a shelf. We should though. We should make a little shelf and make a little trophy for each thing.
We need to use that trophy sitting there.
Yeah,
it says champion.
Yeah, that's my fantasy football trophy. I want to repeat 2022. Anyway, okay. Aaron, you got anything else to tell the people of the world?
No, just remember to let us know what unique chip flavor you would create.
Yeah, let us know. And leave a review, too. If you're listening this far, if you're listening at minute 69, we're at minute 69 now, and have never left us a review, what in the world are you waiting on?
We deserve one.
Please give us a 5-star. Write a review. Comment on the YouTube channel if you're watching. And if you haven't watched, hop over on YouTube. We've started it. So check us out. And on the TikToks and all that stuff. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Go eat a chip. Your favorite chip. Just go get it.
The world is your chip.
Hey, your next chip's on us.
Dip your chip here.
Yeah. The best things. I'm Craig.
I'm Aaron.
We'll talk at you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Best Things Podcast. If you like today's episode, give it a 5-star rating on your favorite podcast app. You can also find us on all the socials at Best Things Pod and listen to full episodes on YouTube. To hear your opinion on the podcast, email us at feedback@bestthingspod.com or tap the link in the episode notes to leave us a voicemail, and you can hear your voice on an upcoming episode of the podcast.